This program is brought to you by Waste Management of North County and Oceanside, who are dedicated to serving customers and community as a safe, comprehensive service provider, a good corporate citizen, and a responsible environmental steward. Think green, think Waste Management. The following program does not necessarily reflect the views, opinions, or policies of the City of Oceanside, its elected officials, KOCT, its board of directors, or staff.
Hi, welcome to Oceanside Spectrum. I'm your host, Elaine Swan, and we have a wonderful show for you this month to take you through the rest of the summer. We have the Holiness Ministries Coalition here to talk about how they're addressing the food insecure of our military families and elderly right here in North County. Elizabeth Hospice will be on the show to speak about their Swing for Hope Golf Classic. Ecolife Conservation will be in our studio to talk about their mission and their conservation programs. Studio Ace will be here to talk about the free art programs they offer in the community. And finally, we have the North San Diego County NAACP here to speak about their ongoing community awareness initiatives and their outreach activities that they offer all year long. So take a moment and get caught up with what's happening right here in North San Diego County, because Oceanside Spectrum starts now. Hi, welcome to our show. We are here with our very first guest of the day from the Holiness Ministries Coalition. We have the president and founder, Dr. Foley Parker, and also Rich Wickham. Did I say that correctly?
Wickern.
Rich Wickern. Welcome to the show, Rich. Glad to have you here today. And you're the director of Senior Citizen Outreach, is that correct?
That is correct.
Very good, very good. Well, we're so glad to have you on the show, and welcome back again. Dr. Parker, so glad to have you. So tell us about the Holiness Ministries Coalition, what you do to help the citizens of our community.
Well, the Holiness Ministries Coalition is a nonprofit organization, a 501c3. We've been in existence since 2007. We received our nonprofit status in 2011. And our focus is mainly on our children and also the elderly and the military families and veterans. We offer drug prevention certification for people that want to be certified drug counselors. And we also offer, what we're doing right now, our primary focus is feeding the food insecure families that are in dire need of receiving food substances that they can provide for their families and not be faced with these crucial decisions of having to more or less buy gas or get food.
Right. And this is where you come in, Rich. This is where you're assisting. You're helping directly with the seniors in your in the park where you live. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah. Tell me about the work you're doing there.
Well, my park that I live in is called Rancho Calavero Mobile Home Park, and we're looking for the hungry seniors, the seniors that are having a hard time making ends meet, recluse. We have all of those.
Right.
And we're finding them with a sign-up sheet in the clubhouse, and we deliver food donations directly to their door.
How often do you deliver the donations?
We do this once a week on a Friday.
Wow. Oh, that's good. That's good.
And it's growing. We have 40 homes at this point, which is about 90 mouths that we're feeding, and it's wonderful.
And that's one of the things you want to do, Dr. Parker, is you want to be able to make sure that you continue to grow, right?
Yes.
And so there's some ways that you can continue to grow. Number one, you need some donations.
Exactly. That's our primary focus of coming on the show today, is to make our appeal to the communities in order for them to gain their support in our finances or resources if they have any. Because what we're doing right now, we're feeding approximately about 2,000 families per month. And that's with different collaborative partners that we have. And we have the resources because we are contracted by the government in an agency called DECA, where we receive our food resources from. And the military families that we feed are coming off base and receiving the food that we have to get from the commissary. So with that said, our primary focus, as I mentioned, is to obtain the financial support and also the volunteer services of those in the communities in which we live, work, and worship.
Right. And now how, if individuals want to get involved, how can they get involved with your organization?
Well, we have a contact number, or they can either visit our website at holinessministriescoalition.org or contact me directly at 619-251-6964. And we can set up an interview for them to volunteer, and we'll have it set whereas they can come in on a Tuesday or a Thursday and help us with the distribution. Because at the site where we are, which is located in Vista at 1221 Ridge Road, we feed twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Oh, wow.
And that's every week. So
that's every week.
Yes, and we're reaching per week maybe 200 families or what have you.
That's great. And Rich, you're right there also at one of the other sites in the senior center. And what kind of feedback are you getting from folks who are coming through?
Absolutely wonderful feedback.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Oh, that's what you're hearing from them. Yeah.
We're hearing it more and more. It's a wonderful thing that you're doing, and wow.
It's rewarding.
Oh, it's so rewarding. It's incredible.
It's rewarding. Yeah.
You know, it's a little bit of work, but it doesn't feel like work. It's not work.
Most especially when you're doing what you know you're supposed to do. It's like you said.
Doing that, it helps you sleep good at night, knowing that I'm tired from addressing the humanitarian issue that we all facing, you know, and knowing that the astronomical number that has grown here in San Diego County to 504,889 food insecure families, we have about 129,000 children that is affected by that, and we know.
And it's so good that you are doing your part to be able to help so many families.
Yes,
so we're so thankful for this, and we certainly appreciate it. And thank you also for your efforts together as well. Make sure you come back and let us know how you're doing. All right.
All right.
Well, that's it. We'll be right back. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come right back for more.
If back pain is keeping you from doing what you love, we want you to know about the Mazor Robotics Renaissance System, an innovation in spine surgery first offered in San Diego at Tri-City Medical Center. Meet Dr. Payam Moazes. Dr. Moazes is among the most experienced surgeons using the Mazor Robotics Renaissance Guidance System. This system is 99% accurate, requires a shorter hospital stay, is safer and less invasive. Recover faster. Get back to doing what you love. Tri-City Medical Center. Advanced healthcare for you.
Hi, welcome back. Well, we are here with our next two guests from Elizabeth Hospice. We have both Melissa de la Casada and Lisa Marco Longo. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Hi.
So glad to have you here again. Welcome back again.
Thank you for having us again.
Elizabeth Hospice, you all have got a couple of events going on, which is really, really good. But before we kind of get into the events, for individuals who are not quite sure about hospice, most especially Elizabeth Hospice and what you all do and the services you provide for families, first share that with us, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the events that you all are having.
Sure. So Elizabeth Hospice cares for adults and children who are living with a serious illness. And we have been in the community since 1978.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
So in August, actually, of this year, we will be celebrating 40 years of caring for our community.
Wow.
And in terms of being that resource for folks who are experiencing the serious illness of a loved one, we want to provide a variety of resources for families and patients so that they don't have to go through this journey alone, that they have resources like the Elizabeth Hospice to help guide them through that process.
And I think that's what helps people kind of along the way, is recognizing and knowing that they're not alone.
Absolutely.
That's true, that's true. And you cannot do this, you cannot provide these services without having events and fundraisers.
Absolutely.
And so Lisa, there are a couple of fundraisers that you all have that are coming up that where people can really get involved so they can help. Is that correct?
Correct. In September 21st, it's a Friday, we're asking golfers to come out and play some golf, and all the proceeds will benefit our children's bereavement programs and children's services.
That's very good.
We provide hospice care for children, but we also provide that bereavement and grief support for children and their families.
And how is the bereavement support for children unique as opposed to adults? What's the difference?
Well, I think in terms of the developmental stages of children, like adults, so children grieve, and they grieve differently depending on their stage in terms of their age. And so we provide comprehensive services for children of all ages. And the Elizabeth Hospice just opened its own Children Bereavement Center, which is very unique in San Diego County. So again, children of all ages can come and receive the support and guidance that they need. And in addition, the adults can also come and join in on support groups and other individual counseling as needed as well.
Wow, that's really, really good. And then Lisa, tell me about the second event that you all have that's going to be coming up.
In December 2nd, it's a Sunday. It's our annual Light Up a Life. And this is a time when families can pay tribute and honor a loved one that they've lost. And so it really is a family event that they come and light a candle in remembrance of that loved one. There's music, inspirational speakers, and it's just an opportunity for families to gather and remember that special person in their life.
Which is so good. And so with both of these events, how can folks get tickets to attend? Most especially because with the golf tournament, there's two different parts to it. There's the tournament and then another portion. Is that correct?
Right. So we have the golf tournament. You can come by yourself or you can get a foursome. We also have an auction and a dinner that evening. And if you go to our website, www.elizabethhospice.org, the information will be there for you to sign up and register. And our Light Up a Life event will also be on our website. It is a free event, Light Up a Life.
Okay.
So families can come and make a donation, of course, because that's how we, again, as you attributed, that's how we fund our nonprofit agency and all the programs and services.
Yes.
But it is an event, and we want everyone in the community is welcome. Even if they didn't have someone on service with the Elizabeth Hospice, they can still come to our Light Up a Life and honor that individual that's so special.
Which goes back to not being alone in this journey. Yeah.
Exactly. And we want to be there for the community, regardless if they had a loved one die on the Elizabeth Hospice services. Our bereavement services are open to anybody who's experienced the loss of a loved one.
That's so true. That's so good. I think, and I think with individuals just knowing that there is somewhere to go, then that's a lot more helpful and kind of help them get through that tough time, because it's surely not easy.
It is not easy, but we are there to help.
And we have assistants all throughout the county.
Oh, really?
And as well as in South Riverside.
Okay, it's good. So this is widespread.
This is widespread. The Elizabeth Hospice serves San Diego County and Southwest Riverside County.
Perfect. Very good. Well, thank you, ladies, so much for coming and sharing. We certainly appreciate it. And thank you for everything you're doing for families and children as well. Very good. Thank you. We're going to take a really quick break, and then we're going to come right back and we're going to talk with our next guest. Make sure you visit the website for more information on Elizabeth Hospice. We'll be right back. Hi, welcome back. Well, we are here now with Ann Middleton and Kate Cole, and they are both from Ecolife. Thank you, ladies, for coming to the show. So glad you are here. And this is all about conservation. Which is really great. Tell me about your organization and what you all do to help conserve.
Sure, absolutely. So we are a nonprofit organization in Escondido. And we have two program areas that focus on natural resource conservation, but from a human perspective. So what makes us unique is that we are very keen on bringing in community members to facilitate, to implement our conservation program. So it's not just us coming in and say, oh, you need to save land or you need to save water. It's more of a community-based approach to conservation.
Together. Wow.
Yeah.
That's good. And so you have two different programs. One of the programs you have is the stove program. And so, Kate, tell me about the stove and the stoves. Who's going to tell me about the stoves?
I can talk about our stoves.
Can you?
And Kate can talk about our aquaponics.
Oh, the aquaponics. Okay. I want to hear about the stoves first. Tell me about the stoves.
So we have a stove building program in Mexico and Uganda. And what we do is we build fuel-efficient stoves in rural developing areas, because 3 billion people in the world cook on open fires. So if you can imagine having a campfire in your living room and the health risks associated with that, with kids falling into the fire, with breathing smoke every day.
Yes.
But from an environmental perspective also, it requires a lot of fuel wood to keep these fires going all day.
Yes, yes.
And so we design and build stoves that are fuel efficient, so they reduce the amount of wood used when cooking, but are also safe to the touch, so kids can play around them and there's no danger of burns. And they have a chimney, so they take the smoke outside of the home, so the women and children aren't breathing the equivalent of several packs of cigarettes a day while they're cooking.
That's true. That is so good, so good. And so with the fire for the stove, then there's also water. So aquaponics, tell me about that. Because there's that's water involved, right? Okay.
Yes. So aquaponics is the symbiotic growing of plants and animals in a recirculating environment, where your fish waste is acting as a natural fertilizer for your plants, and then your plants in turn purify the water for the fish. So it's a really wonderful way of growing food, because the recirculating design keeps waste out of watershed and allows the water to be used time and time again. So it can save up to 90% on water and land compared to traditional methods.
So how are you taking this program and implementing it for others to use? What are you doing?
Yeah, so we have a couple different programs. We have our EcoCycle program, where teachers can actually apply on our website. They can apply for a grant, and we donate an indoor aquaponics system. It's a desktop system along with the K through 12 science, technology, engineering, and math curriculum. So we do environmental education, classroom visits. Teachers are able to utilize these kits in their classroom to grow food, as well as run science experiments.
Oh, wow. This is really, really good. And so speaking of kids and in class, interns, you all are definitely at the point to where now you're looking for interns, you're open, you have an internship program. Tell me just a little bit about your internship program.
Absolutely. I mean, Kate is doing a great job attracting and running our intern program, without which we would not be as successful as we are. We rely heavily on our interns. And
yeah, volunteers, interns, service learning. We definitely need the support of the community in order for our programs to be successful. So one of our really cool opportunities that we actually have going on is we're building a state-of-the-art aquaponics system at our ranch off Deer Springs Road. So this is going to be completely automated, and we're going to be able to track water usage on a real-time app using CalSun's automation. And we will be using volunteers and interns to grow and plant, to harvest, to do system maintenance. So if you're looking at the world of aquaponics, if you're wondering, if you're excited about it, if you just want to feed the community, we invite you to come out and help us.
How can folks get involved? How do they reach you?
They can find us on our website, www.ecolifeconservation.org, or give us a call. Our phone number is on the website. And this ranch system is really cool. It's a greenhouse-sized system that's going to be able to grow 1,100 heads of lettuce with 90% less water than conventional agriculture. So
that's amazing.
It's going to be, it's a cool project. We're really excited to be on the cutting edge of aquaponics engineering.
Okay, well, you stay at the head of the class and stay at the head of the lane, ladies. Thank you so much for what you're doing. We certainly need this so that we can continue to take care of this earth that we have here
and we hope
and ourselves.
Can see you again. We're having our annual fundraising gala, which is a big party in Mission Valley at Lot 8 on September 22nd.
Okay.
And we are having 6 local celebrity chefs do tasting tables. So even just for that alone, it's going to be great if you like food, and you like San Diego food and cuisine.
Celebrity chefs in La Jolla.
September 22nd.
September 22nd. Yes. All right. Make sure you join the folks from Ecolife. We'll be right back.
Use motor oil or cocktail or toxin. Dispose carefully, you got lots of options. Never the trash, the drain, or the ground. That's insane and it ain't safe and sound. Oceanside is a zero waste city. Oceanside is a zero waste city. Oceanside is a zero waste city. Oceanside is a zero waste city.
Recycle used oil and filters at certified collection points in Oceanside. For locations, see
Hi, welcome back. Well, we are here with our next guest, Julia Pfister. She is the Executive Director for Studio Ace. Welcome to the show, Julia.
Thank you.
Glad to have you here. And while we were sitting and talking, I was just admiring the jewelry that you have on here, and it's just a little bit of art, right?
Exactly. Those are my crayons to remind me that what I need to do every day for the kids and the adults here in our community.
Oh, that's good. That's your personal reminder to say, I'm going to continue on.
Exactly.
Oh, I love it. I love it. It's so precious. So you have started this program.
Yes.
And actually right now you're doing a pilot program. Is that correct?
Correct. We're actually doing a arts integrated curriculum pilot program with Laurel Elementary. We're working with the principal there, Freddie Chavaria, who's been very instrumental in helping us work with this. He's very for getting any programs out for his kids. So we actually go into the classroom and take one of the teacher's lessons and add the arts to it. So we might add visual art, we might add music or movement or performance to it.
And so what, of course, it just opens up children's minds so much, but how do we know this?
Or what happens there?
Yeah, what happens?
So it's like we take, like one of our lessons was earth science, and they were learning how to plant seeds. And so we actually had them had pots, and we had them decorate the pots, and they got to actually plant seeds. Then we had all the kids get on the floor like little seeds themselves, and they did a little performance. We watered them, and they grew in the sunshine, and they grew. And when they all stood up, they're like, we're now a people garden.
Oh, so they get a really great understanding of what they just did and how it affects their lives. This is so great.
Because it's so hard for kids just to learn one way, and this gives them a way. We're hoping that they can learn. We can teach the whole child through art and get those kids that need some visual stimulation as well.
Which is so good. Now we have so many schools here in the Oceanside Unified School District. Yet you chose Laurel. Why did you choose Laurel for this program?
We mostly chose Laurel, one, because of our donor, who we were very grateful to, who was aware of Laurel, and also because of the principal, Freddie. He's been instrumental in getting us in there and helping us with the teachers, and we're actually going to do 10 different classes next year, the first grade, second grade, and fourth grade.
And that's part of the thing that's so important too, is to make sure that you have that liaison there that's going to make sure things get done and you get the connections that you need and so forth. That's so good. And so you also, at your location, you have a physical location right in the city of Oceanside.
Yes.
Right near the library,
We're
is it?
right next to the Mission branch of the library.
Oh, very good.
3861 Mission.
And you offer classes there?
Yes, we do. So we will have classes for both children and adults. The children's classes will be either free or low cost. Every Sunday is absolutely free for anyone to come in and do one of our art projects, and we'll change the art projects each week, so they'll get a chance to paint or to draw or to do sculpture or things like that.
That's good. And then what about the adult projects?
The adult projects will also be classes. They can come in during the free time as well. We get a lot of parents and grandparents coming in, and then we'll also have classes that will enrich them as well.
That's good. And that could be something for just employees, just the team members for one.
Absolutely. We'd be happy to come in and do that.
That's good. Nice little fun day for the team and for the staff. Because,
absolutely.
Yeah, that's really, really great. And so what made you decide to offer this particular program?
I had been a director of education at 2 different museums here, at the Oceanside Museum of Art and the Museum of Making Music. And I just saw the difference that art made for the kids, whether arts or visual, music or visual. And it's just always been my passion for these kids to be able to get art at something that is affordable and accessible to them. And so I opened up this nonprofit so that this is exactly what we can do.
Very good. And so you're doing the pilot program at Laurel.
Correct.
But of course your goal is to expand.
Absolutely.
And so what are you hoping to be able to achieve with it as you continue to expand?
We really hope to include all of the Oceanside schools.
Oh, good.
And really to get our whole district here, because they have worked very hard and have really tried to get it with the kids, but everybody has budget concerns and everybody has other concerns. So we thought we would try to help fill in that gap there.
And some of the things that you're doing, for example, what you shared in terms of the kids, doing the performance art, that doesn't cost a lot of money.
No, it does not.
You just need time and someone to facilitate it.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And we also have the teacher in there, and the teacher, we actually encourage the teacher to participate.
Oh, good.
So that they have a different way of interacting with their own students
Yeah,
as
and
well.
it gives them just a little something.
Get those wiggles out.
Exactly. That's so good. Well, thank you, Julia. This was so good. And so if individuals are interested in coming and visiting, of course, we can always come to your location right here near the library, correct?
Exactly.
And also visit your website, correct?
Absolutely. studioace.org.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for your time. We certainly appreciate it. Make sure that you get involved. Take a look at her website so you can get details on how you can help children with art. We'll be right back. Hi, welcome back. Well, we are here right now with two representatives from our North County NAACP. We have both Yvonne Donald and Deborah Howard. Welcome to the show, ladies. So glad to have you here. The one thing that so many people sometimes say and should know is that we have a branch of the NAACP located right here in North County. And I think that is something that is so important. So first and foremost, I'm glad that people are getting the opportunity to really understand that we are here and kind of what we do. And so can you just talk with us just a little bit about the NAACP and why we're even here and how you're here to help the community?
Absolutely. One of the things that first thing I want to say, the organization was started February 12th, 1909. Oh, wow. And it's one of the largest organizations there is for civil rights. But our local branch, we want to bring awareness to the local branch. Right. We want to invite the community to our local branch and to understand that we are here, alive and well, and doing things that's very positive in the community. That's so true. The purpose of being here today is just to bring that awareness to the community.
Very good. And tell me just a little bit about your role and the thing how you serve right here at this branch.
My position with the branch is community liaison or community chairperson. And the goal, the mission of my particular position is to simply invite individuals to go out into the community to connect the community with the local branch.
Very good.
Absolutely.
And then the same thing for you. Tell me just a little bit about your role, because you work with more so public relations, and so that's a little bit different, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm responsible for communicating all of the events and activities that we have throughout the year. So again, we can bring awareness to the community and let them know, hey, we have these events that you can participate in to support all of our people
here. The branch, right.
Exactly.
And throughout the year, you all have several events.
Exactly.
And then there's one program that you just launched, and it's called the Act So. Tell me about Act So.
Yes. It's the Afro-Academic, Cultural, Technological, and Scientific Olympics. The program is there for our youth, our African-American youth specifically, to showcase their academic success and excellence in different areas such as science, technology, academics, and art and culture. What we want to do is just make sure that we recognize our youth, because they're not getting the recognition that they deserve, with the exception of entertainment and athletics. So we want to make sure that we're providing them an opportunity to showcase their skills and knowledge academically by working with mentors from August through April. And at the end of that period, they'll have an opportunity to participate in a competition.
Oh, nice little friendly competition.
Exactly,
really
exactly,
good.
and get that recognition that they deserve.
That's true. And then part of your role is to make sure that the community gets involved. And so if individuals are interested in getting involved or becoming members, how often do you all meet, and when and where do you meet?
We have a general meeting, membership meeting, every third Thursday of the month.
All right.
And that's held at on San Diego Street at Cesar Chavez.
Oh, okay, perfect. Very good, very good. And so if people are interested in getting involved, you want that all they have to do is just show up to the meeting. Is that correct?
Oh, absolutely.
That's perfect.
The public is invited.
Very good. And one other thing the public is invited to are not only all of the events that you put on throughout the year, but there's one that's going to be coming up a little bit later on. And this is the Blue and Gold Galas at the Freedom Gala.
Yeah, our Freedom Fund Gala. And this is our signature fundraising event. Because we put on so many activities and events throughout the year, we want to make sure that we're fundraising for those events, because the events we put on are there to give back to the community. For example, our Back to School Stay in School rally that's coming up in August, where we give backpacks full of supplies to students as they prepare for school at the end of the month. So that fundraising that we have for our Blue and Gold event will be used to provide those backpacks. So we definitely want people to attend and support that event, as well as all of our events throughout the year, so that we can continue to support our community here.
Very good. Yeah. And so it's really important to get organizations and businesses involved and become a liaison.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We are always looking for sponsorship.
Okay.
For sure. For these events. So I will put that out there.
Yeah, sure. That's
absolutely.
Good. Sponsorship is really, really important because that's part of the backbone of making sure that things happen.
Right.
Very good. Well, ladies, thank you so much for just letting folks know about the NAACP and the fact that you're here and you're here to serve and here to help, and most certainly can use more folks to come on board. So thank you for your work and for your service with the organization.
Thank you for having us.
All right, we're going to see you next time. Well, thank you so much for watching Oceanside Spectrum. I hope you enjoyed our show today. Our goal is to make sure that we are providing you with as much information about our city and the surrounding areas and the organizations that are here to help you. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Elaine Swan, your host of Oceanside Spectrum. We will see you next time.
This program was brought to you by Waste Management of North County and Oceanside, who are dedicated to serving customers and community as a safe, comprehensive service provider, a good corporate citizen, and a responsible environmental steward. Think green. Think Waste Management.